Hi guys, I'm Nikki, and today I'm going to walk you through creating graphics for your Facebook parties, your business pages, and your VIP groups. You're probably wondering, why should I make my own graphics when I go on Facebook or on my week email and I see a ton of graphics that I can be using that are already made? Well, there's a couple of reasons you want to make your own. Reason number one is when you make your own, you can make yourself stand out on Facebook. And what I mean by that is you can add your picture to it. You can add a real life photo to that product in use. You can add your cartoon Zepeto to it, which we're going to go over how to make those today. Just something to stand out. When someone picks up their phone and they go on Facebook and they start scrolling, you want them to stop scrolling when they're seeing the same picture over and over again and it's salesy. They're gonna be like, I'm not stopping to look at that. You want them to stop and keeping it fun. Another reason you want to make your own flyers is it keeps you from being spammy. And what I mean by that is when everyone keeps using the same image and flyer over and over again, such as the 1 week flyer that Tupperware sends us in our emails, which are great to hand out at they're great to hand out at a home party. They're great to text out or message out to people, but they're not so great for posting on Facebook, because once everyone starts posting the same flyer over and over and over again, Facebook is flagging that as spam. And if too many people do it, you can actually get put into Facebook jail, and we do not want that, because when you go to Facebook jail, you cannot post. And when that happens, it's going to stop your business, even if it's just for a couple of days. That can really hurt you, especially if you're in the middle of a Facebook party, right? Sorry, so let's get started. I'm going to share my screen from my phone just so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. So, 3, 2, 1, let's get started. So first things first, you're probably wondering, well, Nikki, what do? I love the idea of making my own flyers, but I do not have the item at home. How do I create a flyer when I do not have the item? Well, check this out. You're going to go on your internet browser, go to your paid website. You're going to click on Shop with Me. Under there, you can click on the 3 lines in the corner right here. Click on Shop and then Current Specials. And then we're going to click on Serving Center. And there, if you scroll, you can see there's 3 different images that we can use. I'm loving the one with the fruit, so we're going to hold it and hit Add to Photos. If you're on a desktop or your laptop, you're going to right-click on the image and then hit Save Image, and it will save right to your computer. Let's also save this one. Okay, so now those are saved to my photos. When I click on photos, they're right here for me to use. So now let's go over how to actually incorporate those into a flyer. There's a couple different apps you can use. You can see them on here. You can use Sponto, you can use Canva, or you can use Photofy. We're going to go over Canva first and then go over the next 2. Let's start with Canva and how you can utilize these. So let's do a Facebook post, because we're using this for Facebook. And let's do this one right here, the puppy, that's cute. I'm going to click on the image and just hit the trash can. It's going to delete that image. Hit the plus, add an image, and it's going to add it right from your camera roll. And then you can just do super sale. Click on it, pull the corner to make it bigger. And this will actually, if you copy it, it'll actually add it to the front of your photo, so it's not behind it. And then serving. Center right there. Let's say you want to add more text. You're going to click on the little plus in the bottom, click on text, and you can just add text, and you can add, let's say you want to add the price. Click on the right corner to make it bigger. You can put it in this corner, however you want to do it. Well, that's pretty fun and simple so far, but how are you going to make this stand out? If you want to change the color, you can go through the ones that are already defaulted. If you go under used, you can actually click on the rainbow and then just scroll to pick colors. I like this one because it's a little brighter. Same thing if you click on the background, you can change the background color just by clicking on the different, you can click on another one of the images they have on there and change the color just so it's simple. So this is fun so far, but I want to make it a little more unique. So I'm going to click on the plus side, add an image. If you click on recent, on the bottom where it said recent, and go into uploads, this is going to be all the images that you have uploaded. So I want to actually add a picture of me, make it a little smaller. We can add that too. Well, that's fun, but the white background is driving me crazy. So we're going to delete that. I'm going to add an image. This is what I've already edited, so you can see. So we can even delete the, if you don't like that square, just delete it. And add that. So now that stands out, right? You're probably saying, hold on, Nikki, that's super cool. How did I do that? Well, I'm going to show you. So we're going to get out of Canva for a second. We're going to go under Photoshop Mix. You could actually use Photoshop on your laptop or computer, but there is a fee for buying the Photoshop on your computer. So I just use it on my phone where it's free because it doesn't have all the same features, but many of them you can use. You want to click on the plus sign in the right-hand corner, click on image on my iPhone, recent, then I'm going to click on the serving center. I'm going to click on cutout on the bottom and click add all. So it's going to cut it out. I'm going to hit add. So you can see there's a little bit where it's not cut out. It has a little bit of the checkered. So you're just going to scroll your finger right over it. When I mean scroll, I'm just literally sliding my finger right over the image. I'm going to hit the check. And then I'm going to hit the square on the top with the arrow coming out of it and click on send to camera roll, which means it's saving it for me. So you can see when I go on Canva, it'll be exactly like that image is. So that's pretty cool, right? So that's another one of my tips. You can save them from the website and say, well, I just don't understand that, the Photoshop. That's okay. So we're going to delete this. We're going to change the background to white. And then we're going to hit image. And we're just going to add that image right to there. So now the background is white, and you're not going to be able to tell that you actually cut something out. So you're not going to be able to tell that you didn't cut it out. So it still looks super awesome like that. Let's say I don't like that blue thing. Just hit delete. And like, hold on, Nikki. I'm liking this. But let's say I want to do a theme flyer for Easter. So let's hit the back arrow, hit the plus sign on the bottom. Where it says search, you would just search Easter, and it's going to give you a bunch of different templates that you can use. So you can pick one that's gonna meet your needs and how you wanna do it. I'm really loving this one with the bunny and the eggs. It's super, super cute. Excuse me. If you click on the bottom, we're next to the plus where it has all those little, kind of the collage on the bottom. This is gonna show your design. So it's gonna show every single flyer that you have made. I love this because it lets me see what I have, and then I can actually go in and edit it. So say I want to do a President's Day sale, I can click on this, and then I can change the freezer, delete that, click on images, and add in my serving center to the flyer itself. So you don't have to edit it every single time, okay? So you can add in the serving center. Then I'm just gonna click on the picture and just use my finger to drag it over. I'm gonna double copy that. So double copy is you click on it, and the one where it shows 2 squares, that actually copies it for you. And I can lay it over on top. And this I can put only $15. Make that bigger. And if you click on the text and you see that little arrow on the bottom that looks like a swirl, if you turn it, and it'll actually make your text crooked, which I love. That just makes it stand out a little bit. And then the reason I add myself is it just helps me stand out just a little bit. It makes it a little more fun and simple. And this one was for President's Day, so I did a patriotic theme where we searched Easter, I just clicked on patriotic. The other thing I love, like I said, about where it saves your design, so if you have your invite, I can actually change this to just where it says when. I can change the dates. I can change my images on there to keep it simple. One more tip I want to show you on Canva, which is super, super cool, is if you go on my one, if I want to click on here, you can actually add a video. So if I don't want me, I can actually add a video to the background of it, or if I click on, oops. I'm gonna use a different example, sorry guys. It's not letting me click. Okay, so if I click on where the image is, and I go back to videos, I can actually add a video to my flyer rather than having an image there. I can just put a video to make it stand out and have fun with it. And if I hit done, and I hit that down arrow to save it, I'll say making the magic happen. And it saved it to my camera roll, so it's actually gonna save the video right to my phone, and then I can just upload that to my party. So just another fun avenue. If you don't want to use pictures, you can do a boomerang or 5-second video to add. So just something fun. So now let's take a look at another one of the apps. Another one of the apps I use is Fonto. So you guys have been asking for different apps. So I use like Fonto, Photofy. You can use Canva. There's a whole bunch. If you go on your website, just pick the one that works the best for you. So on Fonto, this one works great on an iPhone. It does not work great on some other phones. So if you have an iPhone, this one's for you. If you don't, I would search your app store and find the one that you love the best. The best way to do that is just to play around with it and see which one works best, because everyone likes a different app. I can say I love Canva, which I use it all the time, but some people don't find it user-friendly. I find it the most user-friendly out of all the apps I've tried. But some people still don't like it, and that's totally okay because we're all different and unique. So just find the one that works best for you, and again, just keep playing around with it. So on the bottom, if you're using Fonto, you're going to click on the camera, hit plain image. I use white a lot. Hit use. And then if you click on the 3 lines in the left-hand corner, hit add image. You can add the image of the serving center, hit size, move it up or down, make it bigger or smaller. Then you can hit add an item. I love adding this one, put that in the corner. And if you hit add text, and you can just do 15. hit style, and you can change the color. So I'll do white, and you can just use your finger to move it over. And just something like that. And then if you want it, you can add your Zepeto to the flyer, which is that that cartoon I was talking about. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do that. So say you're like, Nikki, I love the idea of adding myself to flyers, but I really, really don't like taking pictures of myself. That's okay. You can actually create a cartoon character. So we're going to go over that next. So still super, super simple, okay? If you go on Zepeto, it's an app you can download. I feel like we need some Jeopardy music while we wait for it to open. Okay. So if you click on face, this is where you can create your hairstyle, the eyes, the eyebrows, the makeup. So let's create one. So if we want, we can say this is our face shape. The hair, let's go with, here's using your finger to scroll. You can use this one. It's a makeup. So you can actually play with the color of the blush too. Then you can pick eyebrows. You click on the eyes. You pick the shape of your eyes. Then you can also pick the color of your eyes. You can put on eyeshadow and mascara. You can pick your lip shape. You can pick your lipstick color. If you're a guy, you can add in your facial hair. You can add sunglasses. You can add that. And if you wanted to save it, you'd hit save, but I'm not going to save this, so I'm just going to X out of it so I can go back to mine. If you click on fashion, it also has a bunch of different outfits that you can choose. The coins are what it costs. You get so many coins when you sign up for it. And then when you log in every day, just open it every day, play around with it, and then they're going to give you extra coins so you can buy more outfits. So instead of spending your money, just be smart about it. Log in every day, and you get them for free. Then I'm going to click out of that. So now you have your whole character created. You're going to click on the plus sign on the bottom. And then you're going to click on photo booth. And right here, if you have friends, you can do them with more than one people. If not, it's going to be all you. So you're going to be in each of the characters. So if there's 3 of them, you'd be in all 3. That's still fun to do. Depends on what you want. If there's a video, little camera on the corner of it, that means it's a picture. I mean, it's an actual video. If there's not, it means it's a picture. So let's go with this one. If you have friends, you can choose them. Or if it's your character, it's going to be you. Hit done. And then we're going to hit the save button. And that's going to save it right to your device. If you click on background, it actually gives you different backgrounds that they have. Or if you click on the little mountain with the sun, you can actually add a picture from your photo album. Hit the check, and then you're going to click on your character and use your fingers to make her bigger or smaller. And you can actually add that, and then you can save this as a flyer. Now, I do not do mine this way, and here's why. You saw, if you don't like the background, click on background, and then hit all the way on the left-hand side, that little black circle with the check. That's going to take it back to your original. And then this is the one I save. I just save my character plain, and then I'll go to Canva, create a new design with Instagram, do a blank, hit the plus, image. So slow today. Yeah, we're gonna close out Canva real fast and reopen Canva and make it faster. Sorry guys. I use blank, and then you're gonna hit the plus, image. And then you can actually add your Zepeto, which is your cartoon character, right to the flyer itself. And then you can add another image with your Geppetto. And this way, I like doing it this way because that way it's nice and clear. And then as you saw on Geppetto, this is a rectangular shape, so your image would have to be rectangular. So this is my background. And I used this, it fits in the background, okay? So it would take up the whole background. But if I click on another image and I did my soup mugs, they're a little cut off. If I do the one from the website, same thing, they're cut off. So I'm not sure I actually like that background because to me, it's cut off. It's not that I don't like it, it's just not my favorite. And they have to be a certain shape. So say you did one and you had all wording and then you added it, your words could get cut off. So I just saved my Geppetto as a plain without a background, and then I add that to my flyer, whether I'm on Panto or Geppetto or Photofy, you can just add the image right to it. Super fun. Still simple, right? Couple more apps I want to show you guys. And then if you click on Photofy, still a simple app. You can click on Photos and Collages. You click on Camera Roll. You want to add your Geppetto, this one and that one. Hit Continue. And it's going to add them like this, like that. So you can just add however you want. So you just click on the pictures you want to add and then it'll do that. Or you can click on the home button if you're like, oh, I don't like that. Just click on home, takes you right back. Hit camera roll. You can use theirs, or I like using my own. Let's use just that. And then we're going to click on you can edit the photo, you can edit the layout, you can add text. This one you can add a sticker too, so say you wanted to add a heart, you can add your heart to it. This one you cannot add a picture over it. So if you want to add your Geppetto or your cutout image, I would not use Photofy, but if you just want to play around with just the images that you guys are finding on your back office, your paid website, or the images that you guys are personally taking, because if you have the products at home, instead of going to your paid website, I would suggest getting out your phone, getting out your camera, take a picture of the item in use. Take a picture of the serving center when you're doing taco night or ice cream night with the kids. Have the kids behind like, woo, it's Sunday night. Do something fun and then add that picture to your flyer. That's going to get people's attention. That's what's going to make them stop scrolling because it's going to stand out. And you're being genuine. You're being yourself. You're being fun with it. But if you want to just play around with pictures, this would be the app that I would suggest. But if you want to get creative and start adding stuff, I would use Fonts if you have an iPhone. And if you don't, just use Canva. That one is universal and works for everyone. A couple other ones that you can use are Typorama or the Word Swag, the two in the middle and the bottom. And these are just fun text apps. Just going to go over Word Swag. At library, we're going to go with the serving center. Hit next. And it says double tap to change text. Double tap on it. We're going to delete the text that's there. And we're just going to type in serving center and hit done. And it's going to add it. And you want to click on color. You can change it to black. And now, right on your flyer, it's going to say serving center. I love this text. I think it's fun. It's simple. If you hit style, you can actually go through them all. So it's that one. I just use the free ones because yet again, I don't want to pay. So I just use what's free. There's some you have to pay for, but the ones that are free are still super, super cool. So that one's fun. And so you really like this text, hit save. It's going to save to my camera roll. And then I can go on Canva, hit done, background, the plus. So it's a square shape, so you want to use Instagram. Hit the plus, images. So now I have my flyer. And then I want to add an image to it, because then I can add my Zepeto. And so that would be a way that you can use a couple different apps. So you used your WordSwag to add the fun text. You got the picture from your website, and then you have your major Zepeto. So then you're just going to add your Zepeto to the flyer. I love that one. And then the typorama is the exact same thing as WordSwag. It's just different fonts that you can use to make it a little more creative. Typorama is really fun. I'm going to show you this. What the fonts they have. I'm going to use this one, because they have all different ones. If it's Pro, that means you have to pay for it, but there's a bunch that are free. They have Trick or Treat. So these ones have different Halloween characters on them. The summer ones have like world, ships, bikes, all different things for summer. This one's fun. The cutesy one has different little shapes around it. The Love You is like Valentine's Day, so there's hearts all over that one. It's summer, so there's like fish on that one. So I'm just using my finger to scroll. The God Bless America would be super, super fun for President's Day or 4th of July. And it's just different text. It's like stars and stripes. So just getting creative with it. And then you're just going to double tap on it. And you can do President Day Sale. If you want it to look like this, make sure you type in manual line breaks and just slide that thing over. If you don't, it'll give you their line breaks. If you want it a certain way, just slide that over. And then you can just do President's Day Sale over it, a little bit in the corner. So that's super fun and simple. And then hit OK Share, and then just hit the Save button. And that's going to save it right to your device. I hope this helped. I'm going to stop sharing my screen so I can go back to a Q&A for you guys super fast. So how do you create the Zepeto was one of the questions that was asked. So I would just download Zepeto. I would click on how I walked you guys through the creating the face and then the fashion, and then just clicking on the plus and then clicking on photo booth and just playing around with it. All these apps, the more you're going to learn, the more you're going to get comfortable with them, is the more you play with them. They're all going to be a little crazy in the beginning because it's new. Just like if you would try a new sport, when you first got into Tupperware, it was a little overwhelming in the beginning, right? Because it's a lot of new information. But once you started playing around with their back office, once you started practicing for that new sport and you took those first steps on the ice, and you came back a second time, and then 3 weeks later, and then a month later, it's a lot more comfortable, right? Just playing around with it. You cannot give up after the first try. That might be the coach and me talking, but if you give up after the first try, give up after 5 minutes, like, I can't do this, I'm done, and you walk away, that's when you're going to be frustrated. That's when you're going to be like, I'm not doing this. This is silly. I can't do this. Don't ever say you can't. You can do this. You have to take the time and the effort to put into it. Okay, guys? The apps that are available, I went over a couple. Photofy, Canva, fonts are the ones I use the most. For my texting, those little fonts, I use Typorama and WordSwag. For the cartoon character, you can use Bitmoji, which is one that already creates it for you, or you can do Zepeto, and you can do all different scenarios and dances and all that are fun. You can also use the Photoshop mix to take a picture of you that's fun, cut yourself out in the picture, and then just add your image to all the flyers that I showed earlier. Adding the text, it's different in every app. For a lot of them, you hit the plus sign and they'll say text. You click on that and you can edit the text. What's allowed and what's not allowed? That is a great question that was asked. I'm actually going to share this one more time. I can actually show you what's allowed and what's not allowed. Make it a little bit easier so I'm not just talking about, you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. I have this image saved from Tina in my phone to show you guys. So you do not want to use the fountain logo, that is a no-go in Tupperware world. We will get in big trouble for using it. Only they can use that. So if you have something from Tupperware that has that logo on it, it has been approved by them and it is allowed. But you can use just a Tupperware logo that says Tupperware. You can use the love what you do, saying you can use the date me or the be Tupperware, join us, date us, take us home, Tupperware. Those are all fun. You can add any of those onto your flyers. I do not add those onto my flyers, and here's why. I feel like sometimes it takes away or it makes it a little bit salesy because they're like, oh my goodness, here she goes again with Tupperware. I'd rather just do a picture of the image, a picture of me with it, a picture of me using it, and get them loving that product and getting them creating those memories, creating why I love that, hearing my story, because when they hear my story about taco night, and I posted a picture one time with my papa. He had his first taco ever, and I made it really special for him with a serving center, all the different toppings, and he got to spin it around. And that's what creates those love. That's what's going to create those people stopping on your page to look, liking it, commenting. They're like, oh my gosh, yes, my family do taco night. I totally need that. But saying the word Tupperware, they're like, okay, it's Tupperware again. So just creating those memories for people, okay? And one other thing that you want to be really cautious about that I was talking to Pam about is Disney and any of our character sets. With those, Tupperware has created flyers that we can use. If you go in your back office and click on top social, there's a bunch of flyers that we can use on that. Pam also posts those for us on the champion page, and I can keep posting them for you guys too on the champion page, and your directors can post them too. It's super important that we either use those images or take a picture of ourselves using the character set or our kids using them in action. So it'd be like a selfie or them in action. Do not go on your paid website. I've done it before. You gotta be very, very cautious with it. Don't go on your paid website and copy all the pictures of those. They're cracking down on that a lot, and they really want to be cautious because we have a contract with the different, like Disney and Marvel and all that. You want to be careful because they have already approved the graphics that Tupperware has designed, and they've designed them with them, so you really want to use those graphics. But the other images are fair game, so have fun with those. If you have any questions, guys, let me know. I hope this was helpful. Have fun making your own flyers. As always, keep it simple, keep it sweet, and keep it fun. You guys got this. Bye, guys.